Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two gung-ho pilgrims, and this is From Our Perspective, the 43rd episode of this genius podcast. Prolific. The podcast where everyone goes to learn. I was thinking about that the other day. Oh, it's also the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
Who cares? I was thinking about that the other day, because, I was about to say it's obviously a comedy podcast.
Well, maybe not obvious.
Maybe not obviously, but we like to claim
if you're an idiot like me.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You guys aren't idiots. We are.
Yeah, we are. Here's the thing. Because of what we do, where each week we educate the other person, this is technically an educational podcast.
Yes. It's like, maybe it's building up trivia. Maybe we'll be able to win that Trivial Pursuit game.
Yeah. Because we talk about so many, actual educational things.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's no misinformation ever provided.
Ever. This is the podcast that is always right.
Whatever we say is the truth.
Is the law.
Regardless.
I think that's what Murphy's Law is, isn't it? That
Sam and Trace always have the answer?
Now it is.
Now it is. Because we said it and it's the truth.
It is. That just baffled me because half the time, and I think about the stupid shit we say, and I'm like, how can I ever, even with an ounce of honesty in my body, claim that this is an educational podcast?
I think you can make an argument.
No, you definitely can, and
I've learned a lot of things.
I would definitely say. I haven't retained any of them. No. As soon as we hit stop recording, I lose it all.
It's uncanny because somebody will say something make a reference and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
What are you even talking about? You know that podcast you run? No. What are you talking about?
I am so lost.
That's my twin brother, Cram.
I black out while I'm recording this.
Because here's the thing is it's just like us talking. And that's
yeah, and you
weird.
Don't remember that.
Yeah.
Don't, take note of what you said.
Yeah. Anyway.
I
was going to say something. I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
Good
How
work.
Have you been?
I've been good. I had kind of an interesting experience. About 2 days ago, I was driving, and my phone was dead. And I turned on the radio.
You were dead. Oh.
I haven't turned on... I don't listen to, the radio. I, turn on a podcast or something, or, maybe, a video or something and just let it play.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just don't listen to anything, like a psychopath.
Yeah. I was about to say, that's crazy. You're an insane person.
But I turned on the radio, and I sat there for about 10 minutes listening to some of the craziest advertisements.
Okay.
I had forgotten how there were jingles and singing. It was off the hook.
I absolutely hate the radio.
Yeah.
When I was getting a new car, it was literally these were my requirements. It has to have a front bumper because I tore mine off, my previous one. It has to just be reliable, and it has to have a Bluetooth
4 wheels
speaker. So reliable, and it has to have a Bluetooth radio.
Okay.
If I just don't like. Sometimes the playlists that I created, I'll skip through them because I'm like, I don't like these songs right now. So how am I supposed to trust some Joe Schmo sitting at some radio station who's putting together the list of the crappiest songs this year and just pooping them out into the radio waves?
Yeah. Well, in my situation, it was Christmas music.
Yeah, well...
And then after the 10 minutes of commercials, I had never heard this Christmas song in my 23 years of life. I want a
please.
hippopotamus for Christmas.
You've never heard that song?
I'd never heard that. Somehow I'd avoided that hideous song.
Want a hippopotamus for Christmas. You've never heard that song?
I hadn't heard it. It's terrible.
That is insane to me.
I thought to myself, wow, I found the worst Christmas carol. There it is.
No.
Okay.
No, you haven't.
Then what is it?
You know what I'm about to say.
I don't think I do.
Okay. I think we've talked about this man before on the podcast, especially with his chain of restaurants.
Oh shit! I forgot about this.
Probably one of my favorite.
What?
He's definitely in my top. I would say 10 musical artists. I was gonna say 5, but that might be overdoing it.
Oh god.
Jimmy Buffett, James, my guy. A long and prosperous career spanning from I think like the early 70s to present.
The early 700s.
Yeah, he's actually immortal.
Yeah.
This man,
he's kept alive through margaritas and sunshine and being on a boat.
That's his only like defining qualities. Yeah. This is I'm gonna do a little tangent here. This is like the perfect opener to like a Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah,
because we're like
Christmas,
talking about Christmas. Yeah. Who cares? Who cares about Thanksgiving? It's just like pre-Christmas without presents.
Oh, stop. It's got good food.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's pre-Christmas. It's like the pre-game. Anyway. So, James Buffett, Jimmy, to his friends. And everyone's his friend because he's the son of a sailor.
Yeah.
I think in 2016, so about 3 years ago, released an album. And not just any old album, because he's got plenty of those. He released a Christmas album. Yeah. And I think this is his second Christmas album, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
This album, it stays in my head. It's called "'Tis the Sea, Son."
Yeah, I remember when you found that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. On that album, he has some of the classics. I think he has like "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree." He definitely has "Mele Kalikimaka." Because that song suits him.
Yeah.
But there's one.
What's that last one? Though?
There's one on there that sticks out and is probably the absolute worst fucking Christmas song.
It is, and I apologize to I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. I forgot about this one.
This song is called "The 12 Days of Christmas." Now you're saying Trace.
I know the 12 Days of Christmas.
That's a great song.
I don't like it very much, but I know it, and it's fine.
Classic song. Always have to play it at least once during the Christmas or holiday season. And you say, what's wrong with that song? I love partridges. I love pear trees. I say, excuse me, I'm not done yet. 12 Days of Christmas, parentheses, Parrot Head Edition.
Yeah.
Now you may be asking,
what does that mean?
What does that mean?
What the hell does that mean?
I'll tell you. I still have no clue.
It means it's terrible.
It means it's Jimmy Buffett's. It means it's Jimmy Buffett's 12 Days of Christmas. That's what it means. Now, you're thinking like, oh, he probably just adds a steel drum, classic lyrics. I mean, it's just like a good like fun Jimmy Buffett Christmas song. You would be wrong. You would be absolutely wrong because James, I love you, James. You got some great songs in your discography. You have ruined that song.
Can you only hear the revised lyrics now?
The revised lyrics. I don't know all of them because I can't like physically sit through that song a second time.
What's the first maybe like 3? Well, on the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me what?
Well, I can work up from 1 as I'll look up the other lyrics. The first day of Christmas is classic. Everyone knows what you typically get. is oh God, it's a purple parrot in a palm tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you're like Jimmy Buffett. Oh, what a guy.
What a guy. What a zany guy.
Let me.
Are you okay?
I'm like sad. I'm sad. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 tattoos and a purple parrot in a palm tree.
I'm done. Can we stop now?
I'm going to get to 5 because the fifth one is the good one. The fifth one is like the best one.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
3 fin hats. Now you may be
asking, that one.
What in the hell was a fin hat?
Look it up. Google it. Because
Google it.
You know, I heard the song, I looked it up, and I was like, this can't be what he means. But it is. So
it is.
The result
We're not going to spoil it for you. Look up what a fin hat is. It's probably exactly what you're picturing.
Yeah.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 Hawaiian ukes. It's talking about ukuleles.
Yeah.
3 fin hats, 2 tattoos, and a purple parrot in a palm tree.
Now, what's number 5?
On the 5th day of Christmas. What's the original lyric, Sam? On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
5 golden rings.
That's not it in this song.
No, definitely
that is not it. I'm going to give a good 5 seconds of radio silence just so the audience can, like, kind of think of an answer, okay?
Okay.
So starting now. Whatever you just thought of, you're wrong. He says, on the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 cheeseburgers. And that's all I'm talking about the song. I'm done talking about the song. Okay. I'm leaving it at that. Okay. I'm leaving it at that.
We're done with that song. We're done with radio.
Obviously, the worst song, Christmas song, that has ever existed.
Well, maybe the worst song.
Possibly. There's a lot of them out there. Anyway.
Topic time. It's Thanksgiving, believe it or not, even though we talked about Christmas for 10 minutes.
It's just like us. Not us specifically, just like people who celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, I like Thanksgiving.
I do too.
You know what?
Like I said, it's like a pregame, but
I don't like turkey.
Then why do you like Thanksgiving?
Because I like everything else. Mashed potatoes.
Do you like football?
No.
Okay. So you just like the Thanksgiving food, except for like the one Thanksgiving thing.
Okay, I'm feeling very attacked right now for no reason.
You are being attacked. I'm attacking you. Anyway.
Okay. Well, the food is good, but what if it wasn't?
Okay, that's a good premise. This sounds like a ABC boardroom pitch.
All right, I got a new show idea. What if it's Thanksgiving, but all the food sucks?
Maybe TVS. We need something to follow up Young Sheldon. Bad food.
So I have a list here.
Thanksgiving food.
14 hilariously terrible Thanksgiving recipes.
Mm-hmm.
So first up, we have what is called Cranberry Surprise.
I hate it already. I'm not a huge fan of cranberries. I don't like that reaction.
I don't want to read the whole thing here, but on the poster that they've presented to me, I see a jar of Hellman's mayonnaise at the bottom. So
I'm already like you like mayo. You know how I feel about mayo.
Yeah, you hate mayo. So imagine mayonnaise with cranberry stuff.
That I would. So like cranberry sauce and whatever, or like whatever it's called for Thanksgiving, like that I can tolerate in small amounts. Mm-hmm. I feel like what Cranberry Surprise is it's probably just like dumping a big old can of cranberry sauce and then taking a jar of mayo and just like mixing them together.
Well, what I'm
like
seeing here is like it's like a little dome of like the cranberry sauce. It almost looks like Jell-O. And it looks like there's a hand with a spoon of mayonnaise, dolloping it on top.
Where's the surprise?
Surprise! It's terrible. I would
That's
assume
the
so.
surprise. It's bad food. It's very bad food.
Surprise! It needs to go in the garbage.
No, see, here's the surprise. The surprise would be if you ate it and it was good.
That would be a surprise.
So maybe it is very good.
I can't believe that for a second.
Well, you might be surprised.
I'm gonna look up Cranberry Surprise and see if I can find. So I can read you guys the actual way to make this.
I have always had a hatred for mayonnaise. It is one of the one foods that if I even taste like the littlest bit of it, I want to throw up.
I didn't know you despised it.
Oh, I do. It's horrible. It's god awful. What did it even specify where this horrible dish what decade it was from? Because I feel like it's from the 40s.
Yeah, it's old.
It's that's right after the Great Depression. Everyone's we're still kind of sad.
We're still thinking we need to ration our food out where we have to eat cranberry sauce and mayonnaise together.
Oh my god. Some of the food from back then, I don't know what they were smoking.
And number 2, turkey cake.
What does that even entail?
I just see a picture of it that looks like...
Does it look like a cake?
Yeah. Here, I'll share my screen.
Okay, then it has turkey in it. And that sounds
it's
god
made of
awful.
turkey, I would assume. See?
Let me open. See, now if you were to show me that, that wouldn't...
See, that would be a surprise. You bite into that and you think, oh,
maybe,
it's
maybe cake
a
surprise.
carrot cake or something. It kind of looks
cake
like
surprise.
that.
Yeah.
Turkey cake surprise. This is Coke salad.
See, now these are all... I can tell that these are all old because they have that old food look. Back in the old days, they just loved putting everything in bundt cake form.
Yeah.
So what it is it looks like viscera. It looks like just
It
gore.
looks like intestines or something. It's horrible. I assume it's... What? Okay.
It looks like if you pureed meat
and then put it in
and froze it in a bundt cake tray.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving on to... This isn't a recipe.
That's an abomination. The next one is pizza with gravy, and that is an abomination.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Pizza with gravy.
That is an abomination to everything.
Oh God. Okay, here's why.
It was brown gravy too.
I'm gonna read you the next one, and then I'll share my screen. Okay.
Okay. I'm terrified.
Powerade basted turkey.
That I don't know. What?
Hey, take a gander.
If I'm gonna open this picture and this turkey's gonna be blue and I'm gonna want to throw up.
You called it.
I knew it. That is absolutely fucking disgusting. Is that lemons? Do they have lemons in
why
there?
are we in a barn?
This is...
I feel like...
I'm actually getting sick.
I feel like just off camera there's a body.
That's it does look like a crime scene photo. If you were to show me this picture and say they took this picture at Jeffrey Dahmer's house after they arrested him, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Oh,
canned cranberry sauce with pineapple and olives.
I hate olives.
How do you like this?
I hate olives. That's not... So, okay.
So you know how the cranberry sauce, it can be the can shape and then it's a cylinder?
Yeah.
They slapped a pineapple slice on top and put an olive.
This was my thought. Why does this... Okay, first of all, why does this one also...
take place in a barn?
have a hay bale?
It gives it that festive charm.
I thought that, I didn't think that I would... Imagine, going to your grandma's house, okay? And she's like, oh, come in, dearie. We got food. It's me, your grandma.
Yeah.
I really made something good this year.
Uh-huh.
It's canned cranberry sauce with pineapple. And you're like, okay.
Oh,
and then she says...
And Grandpa's almost done
wait.
basting the turkey with his Powerade.
I'm going to need you to scroll back down because I will throw up if you keep showing me that image. Stop.
Okay, next up is Oh God, Spam and lima beans.
Why?
That's just Spam and lima beans.
That is exactly.
It's a pan with Spam and lima beans in it.
You know what? I'll give them this one. They're not like hiding anything.
No.
They're telling you exactly what it is. That's true. That's like.
Yeah.
What is up with like that's like out of the 50s. What the fuck did they do in the 50s?
I think Spam has been trying to sell its product for so many years that they're just like, eat it with whatever. Just please, just buy it. Because anytime I've ever eaten it, which
they
is
got
like
so
twice,
desperate.
It's terrible.
Spam. I've had Spam once, and my grandma, she like, you know how like you get a fried bologna sandwich, they fry it on like on the stove. Mm-hmm. It's basically that, but with Spam, and it wasn't horrible. But like I did use a lot of mustard, so it did like cover up the mystery meat. Spam got so desperate that they approached Adam Sandler and they were like, if you like make a large portion of your movie 50 First Dates about like Spam, we will give you an unfathomable amount of money.
Oh God, what I'm reading here for the next thing. Yeah, you read it too. Gravy and blue cheese dressing spray bottles. This isn't really a recipe.
I'm going to just scroll down so I can see that. That's awful.
That's amazing.
That is awful.
Oh my God. Does that work?
How does that even... Okay, first of all, gravy I might be able to see. Like that, like, I'm like, okay, maybe since it's brown gravy, that's like very liquid.
Okay, let's explain. They took
it's
like...
still thick.
Kleenex or like Windex spritz bottles. And they filled them with blue cheese dressing and turkey gravy.
Here's the thing. It looks like they were packaged like that.
Also, is that
like,
straw
that
back
like,
there?
That... What the fuck?
Was this all the same person?
Scroll up just a little bit.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, wait. Yeah, it is.
That is.
Mailchef.tumblr.com.
Oh, my God.
What the...
Somebody is a horrible cook.
Friggity fuck.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What?
This is the same person. It's the same person.
It's gotta be a joke, right?
What the... This person has to be doing this on purpose.
I hope so.
Or like,
this is shrimp and Jello salad.
That looks absolutely disgusting. It's literally like a dome of gelatin with shrimp like frozen in time, like a mosquito and amber in Jurassic Park.
No, this one isn't, and it's horrible.
This one isn't.
This one's turkey on Jello.
This one's from the 50s again. What the fuck?
It looks like tire rubber. It doesn't even look like Jello.
It literally looks like cat food.
Or maybe like Play-Doh.
It looks like cat food on a tire.
Yeah. Cat food on a red tire. What is this?
Ooh, a holiday vegetable loaf. That, like, I've always heard, like, you know, fruitcake, like the thing you always hear about, but you've never actually seen. Mm-hmm. And, like, how it always, like, is, like, everyone's like, oh, it's so hard and disgusting and shit.
In cartoons, it's often depicted to be similar to a brick.
And disgusting.
Yeah.
At least it's not made out of vegetables.
That's true. This has, like, a little...
And now I will say, it does have, like, little cookies on either end, and I like the little turkey cutouts that I would imagine is, like, either... I don't know, like a radish or maybe like cranberry sauce. Who knows? Who knows? What the fuck?
Thanksgiving sushi.
Okay, well, now here's the thing. If it doesn't have fish in it, then I might be able to like be down with it because then it's just like it's like an interesting thing. Okay, this looks good.
Twinkie casserole?
That looks good. Like that sounds good.
I mean, I could see that, yeah. How about turkey and gravy soda? Does that sound good?
That sounds
You know, I'd love to wash down my Powerade basted turkey with a good old fashioned turkey and gravy soda.
I went to the World of Coke Museum when I was probably 12 or 13, and they had a room full of sodas from around the world. Now, none of them were as crazy as this, but there was one that tasted so bad that it almost made me throw up.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that this is like that soda's older brother.
Well, it looks like dirty pond water in a bottle.
It does look like it looks like if you went down to a lake and like you just dipped a bottle in there, slapped a label on it, and said, "Yeah, sure, this is a holiday
is he wearing
drink."
Like a Jester's hat?
It looked like a Santa hat, and I was confused.
Anyway,
that's all of those disgusting ass foods.
God Almighty.
Jeez, try them out.
Yeah, try them out.
Have whoever cooks your Thanksgiving
baste that turkey with some
just
Powerade.
Look at them and say, "Hey, do you want to do something absolutely crazy that'll make this family like never speak to any of us ever again? Just let that baby soak in some Powerade."
Just plop it in.
Now here's the thing. My dad, it's not just this, but he'll use either Dr. Pepper or like cherry Coke as a base.
Interesting.
But he mixes it with other stuff, and that's just like a sweetener.
Yeah.
But imagine that, but you're like getting a sweet yet refreshing and electrolyte filling like drink / meal.
Oh, God.
You cut into that turkey, and it's like
blue comes running out.
It looks like it was like a turkey from Chernobyl. You cut into that thing, it's like radiating blue.
Oh, God.
You eat it, you immediately get like every type of cancer, and then you die like 30 seconds later. But before you die, all of your electrolytes are back.
That's right.
You're replenished. You actually have too many electrolytes.
That you die. It's too good.
Anyway.
Next up on the plate. Get it?
I don't want to eat anymore.
This is 19 people share their worst Thanksgiving stories. So, if you don't like Thanksgiving, it's probably not this bad.
I guess that's true. Do you have any like crazy Thanksgiving stories?
I don't, honestly.
I don't really either. Not that I know of. Not from the top of my head. So, let's get to it. Let's see these
number
people.
One,
these unfortunate few.
These are all from Reddit, by the way. Okay. So take them with a grain of salt. They may or may not have happened.
Yeah.
Number 1, definitely the time I thought my 34-year-old aunt was coming on to me. Apparently she just wanted me to pass the stuff in.
I mean, what?
What?
I was like making like a little joke, and then I heard like the twist. How do you like? I remember being like,
can you
15. Stuff? I can. Okay, that's nasty.
Yep.
I remember being like 15 and thinking anytime like a girl looked in my direction, she might have had a thing for me. But like, your aunt? Come on, buddy.
Maybe she was, and she wanted stuffing.
Does this person elaborate?
Nope. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you're going to get a lot of closure with these stories, Trace.
I just want to know, like what did she say to make you think? She, like, I'm not going to continue, please,
okay.
Before I say something I regret forever.
Okay, like I did.
Yeah.
Number 2, a few years ago, my mother told my whole family I was an exotic dancer in the middle of dinner.
Mothers have a really good way of doing that. You know?
My mom doesn't really do that.
Well, I mean, to be honest, how many, like, of that level secrets do you share with her?
That's true. How many of that level secrets do I even have?
Yeah. See, I was going to say that, but I figured you would think that you would, like, you would make it seem like I was being mean, and then I seem like a dick. But it's just like...
are you an exotic dancer, Trace? Are you not telling your family?
Well, my mother has started to listen to the podcast, so I plead the fifth.
Guess what's going to happen Thanksgiving?
I plead the fifth.
She's going to say, everybody, Trace
Guess what? Trace has a podcast, and then they just start beating the shit out of me. You fucking loser. Do something original.
Come up with your own ideas. Number 3. One of my redneck uncles once came to our place, slipped the whole turkey under his jacket, and then rode off on his motorcycle.
I don't buy this one.
I don't believe that one either.
I don't believe that one because I don't know. I feel like as soon as he like grabbed the turkey and like walked it somewhere that wasn't the kitchen and or the dining room, someone, even if it wasn't under his jacket, someone would say, "Hey, dude, what are you doing
with our turkey?
Why are you taking the turkey to the living room? Why are you going to the door with the turkey? Get the turkey out of your shirt, please." And like, where was he taking it? Like,
to his brood.
But you would imagine that, like, if I don't buy this one. Okay. I just don't. I don't want to pick it apart because that'll take too long, and I'll get like somehow I'll get mad.
You'll have like one of those crazy like pins in the board, like those crazy people have, with like twine connecting all the things.
But it's all connecting to like nothing because there's just one sentence. Like my redneck uncle stole our turkey.
I'm gonna jump down to number 9. The time my younger brother-in-law threw the turkey I cooked out the. Now I read this one before. I don't believe it for a second. This is This is one of the crazier ones. The time my younger brother-in-law threw the turkey I cooked out the window, starting a free-for-all fight between older brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and ex-wife. I was stabbed in the calf with a paring knife, requiring no stitches.
And then everyone clapped. You know how like the fake stories always end with that, like, and then everyone clapped. Mm-hmm. Or like, and then they like, I don't know. And then I got like a Nobel Peace Prize or something like that. I don't believe that for a second.
If that did happen,
if that did happen, then you have a very interesting life. And then here's the biggest part that I don't believe about that. Who invites their ex-wife to Thanksgiving?
Somebody who's wanting to get in fights.
I guess. Maybe I would have believed. I mean, I definitely probably still wouldn't believed it, but the getting stabbed part is enough for me not to believe it.
Yeah. Or, I don't know. It's all pretty crazy.
It is. Who the fuck, like, takes a turkey and is like, you know what I'm going to do with this thing? Fuck this turkey. It's going out the window. Like, maybe if it was really bad, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway. What's the next one?
Number 12. Nobody would bat an eye about it around here, but I imagine some of you would think it qualifies. One year my dad went hunting before Thanksgiving dinner and got a deer, so he bled, gutted, and skinned it in the driveway after dinner. That's not that weird. I guess that's from where we live. I could see that happening.
So he did that when in relation to Thanksgiving?
Right after dinner.
That's funny. That's kind of like funny though. Just imagine like you have all this family.
Hey kids, come here.
Kids, come here. Watch
still
this.
Got your knives from dinner?
You see this very beautiful creature that was like minding its own business.
Like maybe a few hours ago.
I went out and on a holiday nonetheless and shot this thing and killed it. And now I'm gonna gut it, skin it,
and let it bleed on the driveway.
And let it bleed on my driveway on a holiday. Screw football.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Who the hell wants to throw around a pig skin when we can
get some deer
throw
skin.
Around the deer skin? That was a good one. God. I'm glad we both went there. That one's. I mean, I believe that. Because of where we live.
Yeah, that sounds like something that would happen.
It's still dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. Number 15. Last year, my roommate set my oven on fire with the turkey in it.
Like on purpose?
I don't know. It didn't explain. I hope so, because that's more interesting. But
yeah, that's kind of funny. Haha, pranked you.
Gotcha.
I put us at risk. and I ruined your night.
Number 19. We're just skipping to the end.
Yeah.
My large dog puked under the dining table, literally right after we filled our plates and were ready to bite in. It was a river of vomit. Nobody touched their mashed potatoes and gravy for a while. Do you like that description?
I hate that description so very, very much. More than anything in my life, I hate that description. I probably hate that description. I'm the type of person that pukes whenever like I smell or see someone else puke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I haven't like seen something like that in a while, so I don't know if I'm still like that. I used to be like that.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I literally hate that description more than blue turkey.
Really? Shit. So those are kind of horrible situations, right?
Yeah.
Let's hope none of that happens to you guys.
And if it does start to, then we have some ways to prevent it.
He's got it. He's got the segue.
Got it. I thought you were going to do it like when you said those were pretty bad, right? That's why I didn't talk for a second.
Yeah. I thought about it.
And then you were like...
I hope that doesn't happen to you.
Anyway.
Anyways. 7 ways to avoid awkward encounters at Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
According to this...
Rattle off that
Number
list,
1,
baby.
Have an arsenal of dog/cat/panda videos ready to show in case anyone gets into a political dispute.
Okay. What? A fucking pardon?
Dog or cat or panda videos.
Look, I love pandas as much as the next guy, I guess, unless the next guy is like a weirdo. But why like that? Who sits there and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna look up panda videos. I love pandas so much.
But yeah, apparently that is meant to disarm a political dispute.
Here's the thing: if I'm in the middle of an argument, and I mean, it probably wouldn't be political, but if I'm in the middle of an argument and someone tries to show me a video, I would be like, "Get that out of my fucking face!
I'm angry.
Stop! I'm mad right now."
But look,
I don't
it's
give
so cute.
Well, here's the thing. You know how I feel about like animals. They're like not. I love them, save them, don't treat them bad, but like they're not like I'm not gonna fucking like do a backflip when I see a panda sneeze. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, what's the next
number
one?
2? If someone asks a question about a highly controversial topic, you don't want to answer, just stuff your mouth full of food so you can't talk. This is a bad one as well.
You know that I don't know how your family operates. You know, like my family does this where like we'll get together while food is still being made.
Mm-hmm.
And that's typically when everyone's talking,
yeah.
like while the food's still being made because we don't have anything to distract ourselves with. So like I'm just imagining, specifically since this is how I grew up, someone like walking up to me and they're like, "Oh, how do you feel about this election?" And this is like 3 years ago, 2016. Mm-hmm. They're like, "How do you feel about this election?" And they're still like cooking the macaroni. So I'm just like, I just go and I reach my hand into the boiling pot. And I just start like shoving my mouth full. And they're like, that would stop the conversation right. Because they would say, "Oh my God."
And then they'd be able to say that they had a weird experience. And they'd be able to share on Reddit. There was this one time there
was this one time I asked my cousin Trace what he thought about the 2016 election, and then he ran into the kitchen and reached his hand in a boiling macaroni and started stuffing his face with it. and then someone else would read it on their podcast and say, "Yeah, that sounds like bullshit."
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I don't believe it. Don't believe it for a second.
Nobody would do that.
Not a single person.
Yeah, I have that same thing where it's being prepared before.
Yeah, and everyone's like hanging out. So like that one works like I guess at the end of Thanksgiving or like in the middle.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Number 3. Thanksgiving isn't just about eating, it also involves a good deal of napping. No. I don't think I've ever napped in at Thanksgiving.
You've never like stuffed your tum-tum full of all that good food, and then you're like, I was about to say turkey.
Well, I don't eat the turkey.
I remembered you
problem,
don't.
really.
Yeah, I remembered you don't like the turkey, and then you're like, man, I'd die for a nap right now.
So it's saying just act like you're asleep.
That's dumb.
So just like if there's an argument going on and you don't want to get pulled into it, just act like you're asleep.
Or maybe you could just like be an adult and say, I'd rather not talk about this.
Yeah.
Or do that thing I do because I'm not an adult. Or at least I don't act one, and you're just like, And then you don't answer. You just don't answer their question. You're like, That's a good go-to. Or you pretend you didn't hear them.
Pardon?
Run that one by me again, and then they like say it really loud, and then you're like, sorry, I'm gonna go take a nap.
I'm really sleepy.
And then just imagine like you're laying on the couch and you're just very obviously fake snoring.
Honk shoo.
Honk shoo. Yeah. Anyway.
I hated that list, so I switched.
Oh, you switched?
Yeah.
Those were pretty dumb.
Yeah. I think this is just conversation topics to try and steer it away.
Okay.
It's also they're also bad. The weather. Just talk about the weather.
If anyone ever.
Hey Trace, how's the weather?
I'm gonna kill you. That is a genuine, like, that is the first thing that came to my mind as soon as you asked me about the weather. I hate when people try to make small talk about the weather. Because they were also outside. Like, if you're talking to them face to face, they've also been outside today, and they also know, like, what the weather is like.
They know if it's nice or if it's, like, not good.
Say, like, you're talking to me and I live in another country, and you're like, how's the weather there? That's okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm, like, in a different state or something like that, or I'm visiting family. But if we're face to face in the same house, that is not... Boy, how's the weather? You were outside.
I didn't mean to like trigger you.
Sorry.
Number 2, compliment the food. Boy, howdy!
I feel like
finger looking good.
Oh my god, it's hotter than a Kentucky fryer in here. That's a good one. That one's actually not bad. That like topic. But I feel like it's like the panda video thing, where if I'm mad and I'm in an argument, someone's like, "Man, this food is really good."
This macaroni and cheese.
And then I would just like completely ignore what you just said and keep arguing.
Yeah. Number 3, sports.
Okay. I can see that.
It does note this one only works if you actually know things about sports, which is good to know here for me.
It doesn't work if the argument is about sports, though.
That's also true. They're arguing about sports, and you're like, how about sports?
And they're like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
That's what we're already talking about.
Okay, what's the next one?
Talk about the first Thanksgiving. What a lively subject.
I would cry. I would absolutely start bawling my eyes out from laughing so hard if there was an argument and someone was like, you remember them pilgrims?
Let's think about the pilgrims real quick. Can we talk about them? They hopped on Mayflower. They got in the...
Remember all that? Remember when they were like dying and shit?
They got in the Pinta de Santa Maria.
Yeah, the pilgrims.
Yeah, the pilgrims.
You remember that when they were on those boats. Who is the Native American that like is like
Squancho?
That sounds like a fake name. I'm sorry to any Native Americans. That sounds like a name that me and Sam made up as a joke. I feel like we might have accidentally recreated that name as a joke on this podcast before.
Probably. Squancho.
I'm very, very sorry, but that name sounds made up.
I mean, aren't all names made up, Trace?
I guess that's true. It just doesn't sound like a real though. It doesn't sound like the name of a real person. If someone were to come up to me and they were like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" I'd be like, "Oh, how are you? What's your name?" Squancho. I would laugh in their face. I would not be able to control myself.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Number 5. Ask everyone what they are thankful for. That wouldn't work.
I hate that one. That's the family equivalent of going around the room and saying 3 fun facts about yourself.
Yeah. What's your major?
What's your major, and give us a fun fact. I absolutely because it's the same. Everyone's is the same, except for your weird uncle. It's all
I'm thankful for the family.
I love my family. I love my friends, and I'm thankful for this food. Get to know me.
I'm thankful for this Powerade basted turkey.
I'm starting to like the idea the more we talk about it.
It would be horrible, and you know it.
What if we do that? What if we have a Friendsgiving?
Now, I scrolled down to 6, and I saw a picture of Borat.
That's a good one.
So I don't care what they're about to say. Bring up the movie Borat. Maybe that'll get them distracted. Or just start going, my wife.
I was about to say, just imagine, okay, your liberal cousin is arguing with your Republican grandpa.
Or uncle or something.
Yeah, something like that. And they're talking about the state of America now and what have you not, and they bring up all the drama.
And he just said,
and then
okay,
you're
boomer.
Sitting there. They said okay,
they
boomer.
Just said
and now
that. And now you're about to.
Now they're. And then you're sitting there. You got both your hands on the table. You're looking straight ahead, and you just go, "My wife."
You say it kind of quietly, just my wife.
Everyone in the table erupts with laughter. They remember that funny movie Borat, and then they all start doing that suit is black knot joke.
And then there the conversation's done. That argument's diffused by Borat. What number 6? What number 6 actually says is
okay.
Bring up a recent achievement of one of your family members. Don't brag about your family. I hate that.
To your family. Here's the thing: if it's to your family, they already know as well. That's the weather one.
That's true.
They know.
But the Borat picture says very nice, great success.
Very nice. I can't get Borat out of my head now. Anyway, yeah, it's just they already know. They're your family. If it's a big enough achievement, who cares anyway?
Yeah.
Next
number 7, Christmas, the upcoming holiday or an upcoming holiday of your choice. Man, I'm just getting ready for 4th of July.
That's a good one. You do something that's, if you say something stupid enough, like saying I can't wait for 4th of July, then that throws everyone off their game.
Exactly.
And then the argument, they're more confused than they are angry.
What are you talking about? My wife.
and then you hit them with the my wife.
And then you hit them with the Borat.
You hit them with a Borat. The suit is black knot. Great success.
Number 8.
You will achieve great success.
Yes. Compliment someone's sweater. Very specific, but
that one's very specific.
Could be effective.
Hopefully someone's wearing a sweater.
If not, bring a sweater, put it on them, and compliment it.
Also, this kind of plays into the sports thing. What if the argument's about the sweater? I love that sweater on you. I hate this sweater on me. And then you also are like, I love that sweater on you. And then they're like,
I hate you.
Shut the fuck up.
You're out of my will.
I hate you now. Okay, what's the next
number
one?
9, bring up the Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Who would do that? Who in all? Hey, remember when the funny baby from Family Guy was in the air and he was really big? Remember when Stewie Griffin was in the air and he was really big?
I've never understood that one. I've never really gotten parades. I never understood that.
Let's just go down the street and be a nuisance.
Yeah, let's cause traffic problems.
When I went to New York, it was Columbus Day, and there was a big I think it might have it was, I guess in New York they celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. Mm-hmm. I guess there was a big parade for that, and there were traffic problems. There was a whole street blocked off, and there wasn't even a parade on that street. Like, they blocked off a whole street and there wasn't the parade. The traffic problems were such a nuisance that streets that didn't have the parade were being shut down.
Shit.
Now imagine if Columbus Day gets that much clout in New York City.
Yeah.
Imagine what Thanksgiving Day parade is going to get.
That's a big deal.
Literally, the entire city goes into martial law. People are. It's like
down.
The Purge.
Yeah, but with giant balloons floating outside your window.
But with a funny dog from Family Guy drinking a martini.
I think that's a great movie idea. The Purge, but it's Thanksgiving Day parade.
That's their next sequel.
That's the next one because they did 4th of July.
Yeah,
or whatever, or Election Day or whatever.
Something like
number
that.
10. Will you pass the rolls?
Again, like, I don't think any of these... Well, some of them, like the Borat one.
This is less of a conversation starter, but more of an awkward silence filler for emergency use only. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Based on how my Thanksgivings have gone, it is never silent. Do you have
like,
that?
Is everyone, like...
Just talking.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, it's not like...
Yeah. Well... I've invited you to some of my family functions, so you know how big, like, these fucking turnouts are.
Yeah.
They're, like, not everyone, and this is something that's pretty foreign to me still. Like, everyone eating together at the same table.
Yeah, we grab plates, we spread across the house, we scatter to the wind.
Yeah, and it... On my dad's side of the family, we used to do, like, there was, like, an adult and kids table.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's, like, normal, but still, there are just so many of us.
Yeah, you're on couches. You're, like,
we've got a big
rooms.
Irish Catholic family. So, even though most of us aren't Irish or Catholic anymore.
How do you stop being Irish?
Well, I mean, after a while, like, I'm like 4th generation, so...
Okay, I guess that's
top of the morning to you, laddie.
Right.
Hoity-toity.
Yeah. Okay. What's the suggestion you have for stopping an awkward conversation or just kind of helping to not make it awkward?
I mean, obviously, bring up Borat.
I think Borat was a good one.
That is a good one. No. A good way to... I guess just, like... I don't know, because there are...
I think saying, why can't we all just get along? I think that really helps.
Or just say, like, you're both idiots, and you're both wrong.
Yeah. Really?
Because then, like, the topic is changed from, like, let's yell at each other to let's both yell at Trace.
Exactly.
And they both, like, start berating me and calling me, like, names. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess because I can't really... I just kind of laugh at the situation.
Yeah.
Because that's how I'd, like, deal with most things. Also, I just laugh at weird stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's just...
Here's my suggestion.
It's just hard. Okay.
Like... Just while you're eating, just cut your hand open. Just do that.
That would definitely...
All the arguments will stop. You'll be going to the hospital. It'll become a whole adventure.
It does. It becomes like a...
And then everybody will say, "Oh, do you remember that one Thanksgiving where Sam cut his hand open?" They won't remember the argument. They'll just remember that. And so, there you go.
But you also have to feint. Because if you feint, that adds more to it.
Whoa, and like comically
put the back of your hand on your forehead as you fall over. With
blood dripping down onto your face.
On your face, and then you look like something out of like Apocalypse Now or something like that.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, that was Thanksgiving.
What happened today?
Pilgrims landed on the... No, I'm kidding.
Whoa. On the moon?
Today...
Is that what you were going to say?
I was about to say the Mayflower. I was hoping you didn't catch that. Anyway, today is November the 25th. Mm-hmm. On this day in history, 67.
Okay.
Swedish chemist Alfred Nobel patents dynamite.
How about that?
Pretty cool,
Blow shit up.
Now we can blow shit up. Now we can officially blow shit up. Congratulations, world. We've done it. Yeah, so he patented dynamite. I feel like a lot of people know this fact, but if you don't, he felt so bad for what it started to get used for, like death and destruction and all that.
Yeah, like war, because
it's an explosive.
That can kill people.
that is very effective. Like, it's so effective that, like, we still measure, like, nuclear bombs after how many tons of dynamite, like, they basically can blow, like, the equivalent.
Yeah.
He made the Nobel Prize to try to basically say, I did this bad thing, so now let me do this good thing where I recognize, literature,
best and brightest of humanity,
and science and peace
and all that jazz.
But we all remember.
Yeah.
But a little known fact is that he actually stole dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
He was visiting America, and he was in the desert, and he saw this wacky, like, tall bird that was just, like, running so very fast. He saw this, like, crazy coyote as well, and this crazy coyote is so crazy.
I had no fucking clue where you were going for a second.
he was like trying to get the bird, and he was using this, like, using traps and stuff, and he saw him do some of these things, and he was laughing. He was like
some of these
chortling
zany
along.
things.
Some of these zany things, like he would like use a big boulder. He would like paint on a wall and then like try to like trick him.
Yeah, but then he'd run through it, and then the coyote would try to run through it, but then it'd be a wall again.
It'd be a wall again.
And then Alfred Nobel would laugh, and he'd say, "What a funny thing!
What a funny thing!"
He'd slap his knee,
watching.
And he'd say, "Haha, that's a funny coyote."
I like watching this coyote get hurt in horrible ways. And then he saw him pick out this big red stick, this comically large red stick of stuff. And then he saw like him light this fuse, and he was like, "Whoa, where is this going? That's a crazy candle.
Crazy.
That is a crazy candle. It doesn't even look like it's made out of wax."
They did have fuses by that point. I'm almost positive.
Well, no, it was more like it looks like this big cylinder.
I guess so.
And like he's like lighting it, and he's like, "Whoa, that's a crazy candle. What a cool candle!" And then it explodes, and it leaves like this crater, but standing like on like this thin bit of land is like the coyote, and then he turns to dust, and he's like, "Oh, it's an explosive. That's funny.
That's funny. I'm gonna take these now that he's dead."
Yeah, and then the Wile E. Coyote died.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Looney Tune cartoons are documentaries. Actually, that's the lie. That was a very roundabout way to say that all actually happened. Yeah. Bugs Bunny was a real person.
Bugs Bunny is real. Where are they hiding him?
Venezuela, Argentina.
Oh God.
Anyway, do you have one?
I really don't think so.
Good enough.
I think that's good enough.
Okay, what's today's holiday?
There's a few.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of want to hit them rapid fire, okay?
Rapid fire?
Yeah.
Okay,
so we've
go
got
for
Blase Day.
Oh, it's so blase.
We've got National Parfait Day.
Oh, that's so silly.
International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. And then Shopping Reminder Day. What's wrong? They're all
so zany.
Yeah. Not to make a joke of this. Let's end international violence towards women. Yeah.
Yeah, no more violence towards women.
But how about parfaits, though?
I do like to enjoy a parfait.
Let's have a parfait while we
But you know what I don't like? Violence towards women.
Exactly.
I also like being blasé occasionally.
I mean, today was a pretty blasé day.
You know what I don't like?
Violence against women.
Violence towards women. I also don't like shopping. Yeah, so that one's like,
also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm 50. Well, no, I guess I'm like 75% on these holidays because I do want to end violence towards women.
Yes. I agree.
I also like parfaits and I also like being blasé, but shopping, not for me.
So eat a parfait.
Be a little blasé
Don't hit any women.
and don't hit women.
That was like fucked up. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, we're saying
That's
don't.
true.
Don't. Do it.
Don't. Or
And if you do it, you're a fucking degenerate.
yeah, exactly.
Don't hit anybody.
Yeah, don't hit people. Just
Don't hit people.
parfaits instead.
Have parfaits. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know. Is blasé just kind of like blah? Like you're
think
like
so. I can check.
indifferent. Yeah, you check that real quick, and I'll do the outro.
So how to observe Blasé Day?
Oh, okay.
Take solace today in knowing that it is fine if you're feeling blasé. What does that mean, though, exactly?
It's like when you try to like give a definition of a word, but it's like really vague, and like you have to use the word to describe the word.
Blasé, unimpressed or indifferent to something because one has experienced it or seen it so often before. So this is like sadder than just like blah. This is like you're just tired
like,
of.
I find nothing.
You're bored with life.
I find nothing enjoyable anymore.
Take solace today in knowing that it is fine if you're feeling blasé. Better yet, don't just take solace in it. Revel in the blasé feeling. It's not so bad, is it?
This sounds like just like be depressed day.
Yeah, be depressed day. Don't be depressed. Eat a parfait.
Don't enjoy. Yeah. Don't be. You know what? I'm 50-50 on today. Don't be blasé.
Don't be blasé. Don't do shopping.
Don't
abuse women.
Don't abuse women. So I'm like good with
and
that.
And do eat
one.
a parfait.
And eat a parfait, unless like you're allergic to yogurt or something like that.
Anyway, that's our show.
That's our show. I got really serious at the end.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, you know,
we need to bring awareness.
We're educational.
That's right. Educational podcast.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening to From Our Perspective. We are pretty much everywhere where podcasts can be found. If we're not, then let us know, and I'll try my best to get us on that platform. You can find us at all those places at From Our Perspective. Places like the Apple Podcast Store, Spotify, stuff like that. You know, you're already listening to it, so you know where you're listening to it at. We also have social media, so you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at FOP_pod, and Facebook at From Our Perspective. Sometimes we post like little trailers and updates and stuff like that for episodes. Also, if you have any friends that you think might want to listen to the podcast, let them know about us. Spread the word like a virus.
Please.
Yeah, and if you have any suggestions you want to give us, go ahead and, shoot them out. We'll try to talk about it within reason. Other than that, we post the podcast every Monday, and we will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.